Survivor South.
Is that what it is? We'll get this out before that, and this will be out soon. Then. We'll get this out. We'll get this out quick.
My thing is this. Let me be strategic in how I say this. How do you go from fighting Anthony Joshua to Gervonta Davis?
I think it's clear now.
And no boxing fan is not outraged. Just as a boxing fan, how are you not outraged by the disrespect?
It's clear now that he weren't going to fight Anthony Joshua, right? It was like an eyes thing because, like, let's be honest, like. For starters, people knock him. People knock him. Right. But people knock Jake Paul, right? Now, say what you want. If you got in the ring with Anthony Joshua, that takes giant balls to get in there and fight him for real. Like, considering, like, let's be honest, like, he's had his losses, but, like, who's he lost to? He's lost at top level. This is a serious, like, serious fight. He was never going to get in by the look of it now, right? It's an exhibition against Gervonta Davis now, isn't it, officially? Because they can't, because they're both
there are too many different weight lifts.
And, it's just, this one to me makes me go a little bit like, ugh. You know, like, why? Because you ain't got to fight Anthony Joshua, but he fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., which is, say what you want about him, he still fought him, right? And, like, to me, that's a fight. Like, whereas now you're fighting someone who's, like, half your size.
I think the insult to me is, like, I'm a big Tank fan.
Massive Tank fan,
I'm a massive Tank fan. I know that he's doing a lot with his career that people are having problems with, but as a fighter, as a little man as well, like, what I loved about boxing is the fact that it's the knockouts. That was always it to me, the knockout. But again, I'm a pugilist, so I like the Lewis. I had the Lewis phase. Like, I loved Lennox Lewis until he beat Tyson. And I've never forgiven him. I haven't, till this day as a kid, I've never forgiven him.
Well, what I don't like about that is because Lennox Lewis will say things sometimes like he beat a prime Mike Tyson.
He didn't beat a prime. He did not, anyway.
And the reason I don't like it, the reason I don't like it is because Lennox Lewis ain't got to say that. He's a great fighter, like a true great. He's not got to say that. He's not like a mid-tier fighter that goes, I beat Tyson. Like, you're a true great in your own right. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you don't need to say that. Like, I'll give you an example. Joe Kazagi beat Roy Jones, right? Joe Kazagi went out undefeated. To me, the greatest British fighter to ever lived. That's a conversation, right?
No, I agree.
Yeah, you agree? Right.
Wait. Ooh, you went too far.
Hang on, we come back to it. That's why I said we come back to it. I knew he was going to rebuttal. But, like, greatest British fighter to me, Joe Kazagi. But he beat Roy Jones at the end of his career. But he said, like, he was very honest. And I think he's okay to say this. If I'm butchering it, and I've said it slightly wrong, it was something along the lines of, I didn't beat the best Roy Jones because he was on the slide a little bit, but I still believe I could have beat him at his prime. I don't think he would have, but that's okay. Like, you've earned the right to say that, you know what I mean? If he'd have gone, I beat Roy in his prime, that's when it goes, you take the shine off your win. That's kind of how I view it.
For real boxing fans, they know, do
you know what I'm saying?
It's like, boxing fans are a cult. You realise that. When you meet a boxing fan, you realise we're a cult. We really respect it, we know it. So even with that thing with Kawasaki, I think I mentioned it. He's one of my favourite boxers of all time.
Who's better than him British? Because you gave me that look. You gave me that look of like he's not the best British.
No, I don't know. Lewis, innit? It has to be Lewis.
No, I'm going Joe.
It has to be Lewis.
No, I'm going Joe.
Lewis was the undisputed world champion.
Yeah, but he was like Joe Kazagi undefeated.
Well, he beat Holyfield.
Yeah,
he beat Klitschko.
He did, but a little bit past.
Lewis, he even beat Tyson.
Did he beat Klitschko? He did beat Klitschko. He did beat Klitschko. But you know what I'm saying? It was one of them fights where it was like...
It's Lewis. Do
you think so?
It's Lewis. Then an argument can be made for Kawasaki. An argument, because he's
one of my Kawasaki won. I don't think Lennox is two.
Boxers.
I don't think Lennox is two.
Like, he's one of my... So it's like, it's hard for me to argue against him.
But I don't think Lennox is even number two.
Who's above Lewis? You can't say Bruno.
Prince. Nassim.
Do you know what? I wanted to say Prince Naseem, but I thought people, if he was a real boxing fan, I thought people would have. But that, I even mentioned it.
Naseem was great. Like, in his day.
He is, but he didn't fight no one.
But he beat everyone.
But he didn't fight
But he
anyone.
did. Junior Jones. Have you seen the Junior Jones fight?
I've seen every one of his fights.
In Madison Square Garden.
The Kelly fight with the
Kelly. Sorry, that's what I'm talking about. Junior Jones, he beat Junior Jones. But
Kevin Kelly.
Kev's the one I think of. The reason I said
knocked each other down and got
like
back
three
up
times
again.
each. The reason I said Junior Jones is because Junior Jones beat Barrera twice, who was the guy who beat Naz. But I think Naz was like not training right. If you look at the documentary,
it was at the end.
Naz was great in his day. I think Naz was fantastic in his day.
And again, I know one of my friends works with Naseem's sons at the moment, so I know there's a connection. But yeah, he was one of. So him maybe Kawasaki, but I think Lewis is up there. I don't think you can even. I think you've even got to make an argument for Joshua. People,
really?
you've got to make.
I think
an
Fury's
argument.
above him, no. Fury's above him. Fury beat Joshua to me.
Oh, no way.
No?
No way.
I think Fury beat
no
Joshua.
Way, no way. See, the thing
Fury
is,
was
like,
great.
Fury was overrated.
Nah,
You're
man.
a boxing fan.
Nah,
You've got to know
nah.
he punches like a pillow.
Does he? Look what he did to Wilder. Look what he did to Wilder.
He didn't do nothing to Wilder.
He flattened him. What do you mean he did? He flattened him.
Wilder was one of the worst boxers to ever put on a gloves.
40-0 with 39 knockouts before he hit Fury.
Who did he fight?
Everyone.
He didn't fight anyone.
Everyone.
He didn't fight anyone.
Okay, here's a question.
Who did he fight?
You know them 40 fighters that he beat?
Yeah, bums.
If you fought all 40 of them, are they bums? Are they still bums?
Are
Are they still
I'm
bums?
not a boxer.
Do you know what I mean? But when you're running, are they still bums?
No, they're bums.
Nah, they're not bums.
You can't say that as a boxing man.
They're not bums, man.
Wilder
They're
was
not
one
bums.
of the worst boxers to ever put.
I completely
disagree. As a
disagree.
boxing fan, how
I
could you
completely
even
disagree.
He can't box.
I completely disagree. But what can he do? He knocks people out. He doesn't
Yeah,
need to
but
go.
anybody with a good punch can knock out someone that's standing in front of them.
No, they can't.
If you're standing in front of me, I'm going to knock you out.
No, because you've got to land it. You're not going to land it.
They didn't know how to move.
Watch this head
They
movement.
didn't know how to move.
Watch this head movement. How you going to find me? How you going to find me? You've missed
Kicks,
3
'cause
times.
I do taekwondo.
You've missed 3
I
times
wouldn't
during this
use my
interview.
hands.
You'll never find me. You'll never find me.
I'd have slipped your legs. I do taekwondo.
Nah, I'm going to take you down, bro. Listen, I was doing Muay Thai yesterday. Don't worry about that.
I did MMA training as well.
Nah, but like jokes aside, like the I tell you what, I think Wilder's massively underappreciated because he landed that punch every time until he found Fury, and he nearly knocked Fury dead as well 4
He
times.
hit most of the people in the back of their heads.
Nah,
go and look at the
I
footage.
can't have that. I
Look
can't
at
have
the
that.
footage.
Comment below.
Wilder,
Someone comment.
Like, as you can't say as a boxing fan, Wilder was the biggest disappointment because Tyson Fury to me is one of the worst, most overrated boxers, and I like him. So that's me being honest as a boxing fan. I like him. I like Tyson Fury.
I think he's great. I think
but he's one of the worst boxers in the world. If you look at it, he's got no power. What he's got is movement. That's all he's got. And
I completely disagree.
No, he's got the best movement. He's got the best movement. But if you think about it, it's all he got. He beat a very overrated Deontay Wilder, and he fought him 3 times and beat him 3 times.
He beat him. He did beat him.
He beat him 3 times. But who was he? Look what Joe Parker did to him.
But it's not the same Wilder.
It was exactly the same.
It's not the same Wilder.
It was in there with a real boxer.
No, I'll tell you why.
I'll tell you the difference.
I'll tell you what I think. Why I think Wilder fell at the end, and people can comment and tell me what they think. At the end, I think he tried to do that boxing thing too much. He tried to start boxing, whereas to me, it's plan 1, 2, 3, all the way to 20 million. Is always land that right hand because he found it every time, you know. And I feel like once he started to drift away from that, now it's easy for me to say from the outside, isn't it? But from the outside, I feel like that's what it looked like to me. He started trying to be too box heavy, if you like.
You know what it is? I think you as a boxing man, I think you just said it, and this is why I keep saying he can't box. Mm-hmm. Someone that can fight can knock you out. Doesn't mean they can box.
But they can't land it.
No, but the moment you put him in there, a real boxer that everyone says a real boxer, you got to remember, Tyson Fury beat him after being severely overweight.
But what about Luis Ortiz?
And everything like that.
What about Luis Ortiz? He beat Luis Ortiz twice.
Luis Ortiz was like 70.
Don't matter, man. Come on.
Come on,
ages now. Come on, man.
He was like 70.
Come on.
Come on, you can't say Ortiz.
Okay, I'll give you some names. I'll give you some historical names. This is what we do. I'll give you some historical names.
Ortiz.
I'll give you some names. I'll give you some names and you tell me what you think of them. You tell me what you think of them. We're going for modern and historical figures, okay? So I'll give you some easy ones. Mike Tyson.
Yeah, best.
Roy Jones.
Now, I'll be very honest.
Listen,
I have only seen about 3 or 4 of Roy Jones fights.
Cool.
So I know him to be great, but he was maybe the era where I was maybe tuned out.
I'll go further. I believe, hand on heart, he's the best pound for pound boxer to ever live. I think he's that great. That's how good I think
can't comment.
Yeah.
I haven't seen enough of him.
I thought he was about to slate him. I was going to go, that's it, this is over.
But I respect
I'm moving to North London.
No, I just ain't seen enough of his fight.
I got you. That's fair.
Really
Usyk.
But best heavyweight
ever.
He's
great too. I thought he was going to say, he does it wrong.
He's the best heavyweight
ever.
You're trying to compare Tyson Fury, and then you've got someone like Usyk in your head, and you're even going to mention Tyson Fury.
Yep. 100%.
Usyk's phenomenal.
I think 2 years ago Tyson would have beat him.
Usyk's
Pick the bones out of that one.
Usyk's phenomenal.
He's phenomenal. I was there that night when Dubois. He was phenomenal. Phenomenal fighter.
Every fight he's had, I'm like, he's majestic. Yeah. He's just like pugilist.
Pure greatness. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's my favourite.
Moses Atalma.
He is someone that everyone needs to avoid.
I think he's so special. I think he's so special.
They need to avoid him.
I think he's so special. Yeah.
No, he needs to avoid Usyk. And I'll tell you why. He's 20 years old. You do not need to fight the best fighter of our whole generation at 20.
Well, I think he's the next guy.
You need to be fighting Dubois. Yeah. You need to be fighting, who's Wardley? You need to fight Dubois, you need to fight Wardley, you need to fight... That's who Atami's got to be fighting.
I agree. I think that's the fight. I think the Dubois one's next. I think if I was making matches for him, I'd go Dubois next. But I think
it's too much politics though.
Right. But also, I think if let's just say for argument's sake, I don't think he will, but Usyk retires now and he's gone forever from boxing.
Yeah, he might.
I think he's the next guy. I think he's the takeover. Atalma. I think Atalma's next. I think he's the next great heavyweight. I think he's that good.
Yeah,
but I was in a gym, and I won't mention name in case he doesn't want me to, but I was speaking to someone recently who seen Moses in the gym at 15.
Yeah.
And he said at 15 he was slam dunking like pro heavyweights. He said he was so special, like he's gonna be the guy.
The reason why I'm so scared to talk on him because I don't want to jinx him.
Right, yeah, right.
It's more of a respect level. I don't want to jinx him. I think me and my uncle was watching it. And we was just like, because my uncle's a massive, again, he's the one I got watching him with, he's a massive boxing fan. And we just said, we'll avoid him. So that's why I'm being very specific in what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But he needs to avoid Usyk. And I know he might never see this, and who the hell am I to tell him? But please.
Well, you're the guy who just criticised Deontay Wilder, so that's who you are.
Terrible. How can you even mention Atami and Usyk and then try to, come on,
Here's one
man.
for you, here's one, and I'd like comments on this if anyone hears it. Deontay Wilder in his prime would have beat Usyk.
Never.
Would have landed that shot and he'd have got rid of him. He would land that shot and got rid of him.
Look at Usyk's movement. He'd have got nowhere near him.
He'd land that shot and got rid of him. That's my prediction. We'll never know because Deontay Wilder is gone. But, you know, I'm sticking to my guns and there you go. There was another fight that was on the tip of my tongue. Oh, Floyd Mayweather.
So, this is my problem. Floyd Mayweather probably is the reason why I didn't see Roy Jones Jr. fighting.
Right.
Because Floyd Mayweather put me off boxing.
Right, okay. Oh, I didn't see that. I thought he was going to say he was your favourite.
No, he put me off boxing.
Right, okay.
I get it. I got it. But look at the era and the type of boxers I've just mentioned.
Manny Pacquiao.
Oh, one of my favourites.
One of my favourites.
One of my favourites.
For live, I've said this before. Like for when it was happening, and like you said about Tyson, when you get up and go downstairs in the early hours, that was my favourite ever to watch. Pacquiao at the time was on fire. People forget, I think, because of how his career, he had a few losses. But
he was fire. That Filipino,
unbelievable.
And again, he put so much pride back into Filipino men. If you even know the story behind him, he's a legend. Canelo, one of my favourites. Like I said, Mayweather is a pugilist, but Mayweather was scared to get hit. And he was scared to throw any punches.
Well, have you seen the fight with our mate Shane Mosley? Have you seen the fight with you?
I haven't seen it.
So Shane Mosley. So what happens is, I believe it's the second or I think it's the second round.
Sorry, because I haven't seen it, and you said that I need to go back and watch it.
Well, you will watch it, but I'll tell you the whole story of the fight because it's the second round, I believe. If I'm wrong, it's the third, but I think it's the second. Shane Mosley catches him with the sweetest right hand you'll ever see. Wobbles Mayweather. Mayweather holds on about. A few seconds later, it might have been 30 seconds later, don't quote me, he catches him again with like a bolo, bang, rocks him again. Mayweather gets through it and then dominates the rest of the fight. So
I did hear that. Yeah, I did hear that.
You know, dominates the rest of the fight. But that was the first, that was probably the only, like, I think there's other fights he's had with Maidana the first time. I think I'd probably give that fight to Maidana. I think he lost that fight, if I'm honest. Close, but then in fairness, he dominates the second fight. He had a fight earlier in his career very similar where he beat the guy twice. But the first one was questionable. But listen, 50-0, that's hard to do.
You've got to remember, the last knockout he had is when he sucker punched someone.
Victor Ortiz, he was supposed to be fighting that night as well, wasn't he?
Was it him that he sucker punched? Was it Victor Ortiz?
Victor Ortiz, yeah.
I can't believe
it. Do you know the story of that one? They was up close and Victor Ortiz
I saw it.
Billy Goat headbutts him.
Yeah, he was headbutting him. He was.
But I know what you're saying, but a part of me goes, that's what you get.
No, but you can't sucker punch someone as your only knockout.
But I know what you're saying.
Remember what I say about Deontay Wilder, proving my point.
No, I know what you're saying.
If someone's standing in front of you, anyone can knock them out.
Right, but I know what you're saying. But Deontay Wilder, he's got to find them, right? We can argue on that forever.
I'm disappointed with you.
No, I'm disappointed with you.
No, man. How can you mention all them boxers and then stick up for him as a boxing fan?
I believe in his prime.
When was his prime?
Effectiveness.
When was his prime?
Until he fought Fury.
One fighter that he had that was a prime fighter that meant anything to anybody.
Luis Ortiz.
That he fought. You can't say that. Who did Luis Ortiz
Malik
fight?
Scott.
Malik Scott, come on. Malik Scott's probably the only name on there that you feel a bit of credibility back.
But Main Stavern. Heavyweight champion of the world, bro.
Bro, what?
We digress.
When no one was watching boxing. When no one was watching boxing.
Deontay Wilder's great. Don't listen to him. He don't know what he's talking about. He don't know what he's talking about. Deontay Wilder to the end. No. Where was we? We was Mayweather, Ortiz. So the reason I don't think it was a sucker punch, and I go, that's what you get. Because he headbutted him and he was stood right in front of him. And he looked at the ref sort of like, ref, huh? I go, you just headbutted me, that's what you get. I'm fully with Floyd. And Floyd's not my favourite because I think some of the things he's done outside the ring are not for me. But like, great fighter, you got to appreciate it. But for that, in that particular moment, that's what you get. You just headbutted me.
I first, but then that shouldn't be the last knockout you done. But
also the thing is, the other thing with this. Sorry, we're on for time, are we? Sorry, we get out of it. I won't keep you. I'll let you get out. He wants to get out on Friday night.
No. I just saw the cleaner.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, the cleaner. That's like the subtle.
That was
we'll wrap up. But like,
I lost myself for a while.
We'll wrap up. The thing is with Floyd as well. People I think forget is like when he was at sort of super featherweight, lightweight, light welterweight, he was knocking people dead.
That's true.
It's as he went up the weights, he had to be more economical. He had hand trouble. I sound like a Floyd apologist.
But you know what it is. You know what it is. There's Money Mayweather and his pretty boy Floyd.
Yeah, there is.
They're two different boxers.
True.
You're right.
True.
So he had two careers.
Yeah.
When he was really, and then when he got to the money,
knocked out Ricky Hatton as well.
Like, all right, so we didn't mention Ricky Hatton. That was one of my favourite boxers.
Ricky Hatton was a great fighter.
That was one of my favourite. Yeah. Like, I'm talking about, you can tell, I watched, if boxing was on TV, I'm watching it.
Yep.
That was my thing. If I could read about, because remember, this is before the internet. This is before, it was just the news of the world of the Sun. It's the only thing that even covered boxing back in the day. So, and it was
hard to get, wasn't it? It was hard to watch it back then.
It was, but just bringing it into boxing, and again, and the right to fight and everything like that, and I'm wrapping it round. And see how I love boxing? It's that fight for survival, isn't it? You're in the ring, you're surviving a certain situation. And I think that's much where the boxing and surviving South London are tying, because a lot of those fighters, they've come from similar environments, like the South London. They've had to fight to get there, and that's where the obvious tie-in for boxing is. I need to work in a strategic way of making it sound better, but that's where it is, the love of boxing. And Pesta, bloody hell, why didn't you say that? Yeah, one of the lead characters in our documentary is a professional boxer, So
come on, left that late. Left that one late. We'll get a part 2 in at some point.
So Pesta, he's signed to Frank Warren.
Pesta, what's his full name?
John Harding Jr.
Okay, cool, okay.
Yeah, so he's in the documentary, he's one of the leading characters. He's from New Cross as well. His fight was about how he turned his life around from being a gang member to a gang leader to being on the front page of the news of the world as a gang mob boss, to go in jail 2-3 times, to turning everything around, avoiding jail, becoming a professional boxer, signing the contract to one of the Frank Warrens, working with Dillian White and becoming someone. He's now got a school in Africa, in Sierra Leone I think it is, where he teaches young people boxing.
Beast.
That's the type of people that we wanted in the documentary. Not someone who's going to say, yeah, I did all of this, but now I've changed. No, show us you've changed. Show us what you've done. I'm going to grab a quick drink.
Well, we'll call it here, mate, before we'll finish this up. I really appreciate you, mate. This has been really brilliant. I'm going to officially call you out for right to fight because of what you said about my boy Deontay. But listen, guys, this has been great.
I'll have a proxy.
Before we finish, the most important question, and you're from the right side of the river, so I hope this is going to go well for me. Which football team do you support? Speak loud into that mic. Hold that mic near your mouth. Not that close, not that close. Yeah. There, I'll hold it for you. Which football team do you support?
Chelsea.
Yes, my guy. Beautiful. Which football team do you support? You know what the right answer is?
Crystal Palace.
Chelsea, very good. Well done. I'm a massive Chelsea fan. I was at the Palace game the other day. I was at the Palace game.
We didn't even talk about Rude or
we're getting a part 2 for sure. I always finish, mate, with the fists up like this. Join me with your fists up. Squeeze. Oh, yeah. It's a trio. Sorry, my bad. I messed that one up. Let's get it done. Squeeze the neck. Boom.